welcome back to the focus group. Thank you for coming back and doing it again. I really appreciate your time. So first question for you all. Have you played Flash games in the past? So
Yes.
I'm guessing you all know what a Flash game is.
Yes.
So yes, you've all played a Flash game. Cool. What kind of Flash games have you played in the past? We'll start with Dylan, because he's playing with something.
Tower defense.
Tower defense, okay.
Yeah, zombie tower defense games.
Cool. Any others? Any other types?
Not that I really remember, to be fair with you.
Okay.
That's the only one I remember.
Right, so Cassius, what about you next?
Some kind of cool maths, go-karting times table game, but other than that,
Okay.
not many.
Educational.
Yeah.
Educational. Okay, we'll go Josh.
Cool maps games, yeah, and some Cockpit Turbo Challenge. So.
Okay, cool. Lastly, Holly.
I played My Little Pony creator on DeviantArt.
Nice.
It was big back then.
Not laugh
because
this time.
Yeah.
it was big back then because it's Deviant and it's not something that's for games, it's for posting art.
Yeah.
But still, they managed somehow. And I also played Big and Small, which was quite popular back then.
Yeah, it was on CBeebies, I remember that one. So cool. So you all kind of have a good understanding of Flash games. So, did you enjoy playing them when you were younger? Did you enjoy your time with Flash games?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And why did you enjoy them?
Something to pass the time, really.
I like the ideas a lot of them had.
Very entertaining back then.
What do you mean by the idea is a lot of them had?
A lot of them had like very, like for what types of games they were, like for example the one I mentioned earlier, they had the typical genre used a lot, but I like how it had like sort of somewhat of an original story and idea.
Okay.
Basically just creative.
Yeah, it was creative.
Like creative concepts you enjoyed with Flash games. I guess because like they were still quite a new medium at the time, so
And they were
you
quite
could
small.
kind of They
didn't have to build on a bunch of stuff like big games do.
Yeah.
They made their own.
They were the indie games.
Yeah, no, I agree.
The
Okay.
indie games of the indie development.
Yeah.
Did you not like anything about Flash games? Was there anything you
The
weren't
music,
really?
most of them had like, it was copyright music, but they like speeded it up.
Yeah.
It would bypass it.
Yeah,
And it would
yeah.
just scream at you basically.
It's just
Okay.
Michael.
So you didn't like the music and a lot of them. Anything else people didn't really like?
Some of them, I'm sorry.
When they were kind of irrelevant to the game, so like the Forza Horizon 4 game, you barely see the character. but
Yeah.
You have an entire character created. and
Yeah.
It's just irrelevant.
Okay.
I didn't like I didn't like I forgot. Come back to me.
That's alright. Have you got anything, Josh? Right, coming back to you.
I forgot to say.
If you can't remember, it's okay. It doesn't matter.
No, I don't. A little bit.
I got something to say if you want.
Okay, yeah, Holly.
Please.
I remember a lot of them. If you misclicked like in the wrong place, you would get like download like 5 viruses.
Okay.
Because a lot of them were like,
What kind of games have you played, Jason?
I remember.
MLP, DeviantArt, Pony
Oh, yeah.
Creator.
that was
I remember
safe.
mine now.
That was good.
I liked like a lot of Flash
DeviantArt
games were on the
was
tiny little screen, weren't they? You can make it.
Yeah, they were in
that
like
was
quite
the
a small
issue I had.
window. Okay. Well, I mean, you have sight issues.
Yeah,
as
but I
well,
didn't
don't
have
you?
them back then.
I guess so. But I guess for accessibility reasons.
Yeah. Now I can't even play.
But no, so final question in this section. Obviously, you know, some people haven't stopped playing them, but around what age did you stop playing Flash games? So I'll give you a couple of options to pick from and then you can, let me know. So ages 9 to 11, ages 11 to 13, ages 13 to 15, I never stopped playing Flash games, or I never played Flash games in the first place. We'll start with Holly this time.
I'd say around 11 to 13.
Okay.
That's when I first got like my own piece of technology, which was like the iPod.
Yeah.
But that's when I had access to the Play Store.
So you didn't need to go like use browser games
I
basically.
didn't have to go on the family computer.
That's fair. Okay, Josh.
Pretty much when I went to school back then.
Okay, so what age would you say around 11 to 13?
13, 14,
Okay.
something like that.
Cassius.
I never really started playing them majorly. I just kind of played them to pass the time, so I didn't really start and I didn't really stop.
Okay.
But occasionally I would go back for like nostalgia until they got shut down.
Yeah, okay. So you kind of like jumped between it, you didn't really
Yeah.
start, or didn't really stop. Okay, cool. And finally, Dylan.
Same as Chloe.
Okay, so
11 to 13.
11 to 13, cool. Right, that's one section down out of 3. That we
Speedrun.
sped through that, yeah. Right, so section 2 is about character creation within video games. So I'm sure you've all used the character creator before. Is that a yes? Yes, of course.
It's almost like you asked it before.
Yeah, crazy. So what games have you played that use the character creator? We'll do a random person. We'll do Cassius.
So I know a few stuff like previously mentioned Forza Horizon 4
Yeah.
and things like that. Most of the games I've played don't really need a character creator though, and the identify someone in a crowd of people.
Okay.
They're like online games.
That's cool. Okay, so games like Roblox, I'm guessing
Yeah.
you mean? Okay, cool. We'll go with Holly.
Sims, mostly.
The Sims. Okay,
Back when it used to work for me.
that's fair. That's very fair. Any others or?
There was one, but I don't think you guys will know it. Skulls of Dragons.
I haven't heard of that, no.
It's shut down now, but it was back then. It wasn't.
Wait, was it an MMO?
Maybe. I don't know.
Because I might have heard of it.
The set layout was like a bit different. Like you would open your backpack, you would have clothes,
Okay,
and then you just click quit.
that's cool. Okay, I'll have a look at that. That's right, Josh.
Saints Row, GTA, and Metal Gear Solid 5.
Okay.
Interestingly, continue on from Cassie's point, Metal Gear Solid, like you make the character at the very start of the game,
Yeah.
but it doesn't appear in the story until the very end.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
like
wow.
You just play as like Snake, and then turns out you're not really playing Snake, and then boom.
Oh,
That's your
wow.
character.
That's really interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll have to look at that. Finally, Dylan.
All the Fallouts, all the Elder Scrolls Online, all that.
Okay, I have a couple to add for the video too. Stardew Valley has a character creator. Oh,
Minecraft count.
Yeah.
I would say so
It does
because you
now,
can make your
yeah.
own skin.
It's
but-
Stardew Valley counts.
Stardew
You
Valley
can
has
also
it's got
put like
Yeah,
capes
yeah.
and stuff in Minecraft.
Hmm?
You can also do like capes and stuff in Minecraft.
Yeah, no, Minecraft does have that character creator. That's the new
with
one
the,
with the
mine
marketplace.
coins.
I was literally thinking of one out. Splatoon actually has character creator.
Yes, Splatoon does have a character creator.
That's
It's
what
kind
I-
of limited, but still a character creator.
Yeah, because especially in the DLCs, I won't mention, in Octo Expansion, especially in the second game, you can create your Agent 3 that shows up later in the
Yeah.
game. Kind of similar to Metal Gear. There you go.
That actually reminds me of something else. I'm sorry to.
No, carry on.
Do you know Delta Road?
I've heard of it.
Well, basically, you make a character at the start of the game.
Hmm.
Like you make your own character, you choose whatever, and then after that it says you don't get a choice, and it just gets rid of the character.
Oh wow.
What's the
Yeah.
point of that?
I don't know. I think it was to show that you're not in control.
Oh,
Or, yeah.
that's so deep.
Anyway, moving on. We'll move on. So have you enjoyed using character creators in the past?
Yeah.
Pretty astounding, yes. And what elements do you like about character creation in video games?
Customizing.
Customizing.
Strong customizing.
So you like? Is it an aspect of you just like making a character, or is it you like?
As the concept dies, yes I do.
Okay. Any others?
I agree with
Solid.
Holly. I like how it lets you put your own character or make your own version of a character and put it into the game.
Yeah. Okay.
Identity.
And just following on from that, I didn't see that. Following on from that, what do you not like about character customization in video games?
Sometimes
I'll let you have a
Yeah.
little think. 'Cause,
Sometimes,
sorry.
sometimes most of them limit, so you can only choose like hair color. You can only pick like black, brown.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. So you believe there should be more kind of choices? in
Yeah, like
characters?
maybe like for extra accessory, you can have like a hijab for people who wear.
Okay.
You showed me one, didn't you?
Yeah, no, that's a cool idea. I like that. Because I feel like not a lot of games really think about accessibility options like that.
But like you know how Snapchat has like the wheelchair option now.
Yeah. No, I like that. Like kind of mobility aids. It's like The Sims, for example, recently added like glucose monitors and things, and like hearing aids and things. No, I like that. Any other ideas?
I think it's just those kinds of games just don't really serve much of a purpose other than just customizing.
Yeah.
It's like,
It's quite similar to Cyberpunk, really, isn't it? Because you just kind of make your character and never see it again. A lot of games are like that, I feel. Any other dislikes?
I think you mentioned last time that it's like how sometimes it's tactile and sometimes it's not.
yeah.
And it
Yeah.
depends on the
Do
game
you want to
that
expand upon that?
Yeah, it's like sometimes it's better if it's tactile and sometimes it's better if it's not. And I think the next thing is like how to improve it, isn't it?
Yeah. How would you describe tactile? Because obviously I don't have the
Obviously-
audio from the other one.
Yeah, no,
so-
obviously it'd be like giving you the precise things you want to do. So like slightly move the chin down, slightly move the cheeks inwards,
Yeah.
like ever so slightly without sliders and whatnot, with like more like analog stick movements.
Yeah. Okay, that's cool. Well, is someone gonna say something?
I was going to say,
Okay.
Okay, cool. Is that everything for that one?
Yeah.
Cool. How do you believe that character customization could be improved within video games? Dylan.
Given the option to either have it be a preset based one or a very much more precise version.
Okay.
But then also giving the ability to switch between. So say someone likes a preset, but they also just want to change a few things, they give them the ability to have more precise movement within the preset.
Yeah, no, I really like that idea. Yes, Josh.
There's a system in Star Citizen actually where you can take two presets and then blend
Mash
them
them
together.
Okay.
And then you can vary how much that blends.
That's really clever. I like
So
that.
yeah.
So just basically, I really like the idea of the two different systems because it does mean that people who aren't as bothered, they can just make a quick character and just jump into the game. Whereas it does mean that people like me, for example, who take a lot of pride in creating characters and want to create backstories and meaningful characters, they can have that option to make a really honed-in character. I really like that.
And then again, the ability to switch between gives people that might like presets, but they only want to change certain things about it.
Yeah, they don't like certain bits about preset. Yeah, no, for real, I really like that. Anything else?
I think a thing that like makes them good is when they're very interactable.
Yes.
What you do in the character creation kind of features throughout the game. So maybe like different abilities on different like clothing items, or you've got to wear a specific type of thing for a specific like cutscene or some kind of thing like that, where it's a bit more interactive. Even with like customizing it and putting it on, if it's like in a shop and you pick up the clothes and go to a changing room after you've like selected the character and it comes out with all the clothes on.
Yeah.
So it's a bit more like interactive and a bit more involved in the game.
And like a bit more immersive.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, no, I really like that idea. Yes,
To
Dylan.
be fair, a good thing that does that, but like is Splatoon, different clothing items to provide different boosts, different
Yes.
stat changes.
Yes.
That's a really good one to use.
No, I agree. Yeah, no, totally. Anything else? Right, so we're on section 3. We are really speedrunning this because obviously there's a lot of that I've recorded before we actually started. So section 3 is a bit more kind of niche. I'm not sure you'll be able to give a lot of information, but I'm sure you can guess with what you know. So section 3 is about doll dress-up games, which is a genre of flash game where basically it was very popular for especially young girls, but we'll talk about that, where you have a 2D avatar, sometimes 2.5D, and you can drag and drop clothes on them to dress them up. It's a very simple concept. So we have some photos, so I'll just show the photos again, so we have some ideas. So, I'm sure this will be a bit split. Have you played a doll dress-up game before?
I have actually.
You have? Okay, so I can actually ask you questions.
Extended the life.
So, if you answered yes, Holly, can you remember what kind of characters you were dressing?
Yes, I remember it was the My Little Pony Equestria girls when they got
Okay, you know, I
remember.
played those ones. So they were from a pre-established brand, they were from My Little Pony.
Yeah.
So did you enjoy playing those kind of games?
I did. Because definitely with Rainbow Dash, because she was like multiple colours.
Yeah.
She was like multiple colours like clothing. So colours. Ooh, wow.
Yeah. So it was just you like the choice of assets
Yeah.
and how it all looked.
Because I think it was given the choice of all the insects.
Yes.
So if you wanted to go like for pretty, you would go rabbit. If you wanted to like cute, you would go with Photoshop.
Yeah. If you want more sporty, kind of more
If you would
tomboyish, you'd go with Rainbow Dash.
Oh,
Yeah. No, I like that. Okay. So back to all of you. So you've all seen the photos. What target audience do you think these games are for? I've already kind of given you a hint.
I think it's been a younger audience.
Okay.
Between children and like tweens and teens. I think it's because what they're like, a lot of them are like you said, based on stuff like My Little Pony.
Yeah.
Monster High is a big one.
Yes, Monster
all
High.
that stuff is based on them, which are also aimed at that same audience.
Yeah.
Usually as well, towards the more female side of things.
Yeah, no, I agree. I don't think even looking from our research there was many kind of male-oriented ones. And then when there were, it was like perfect father and like stuff like that. It was like really weird. And like perfect boyfriend and like stuff like that. So I do really agree that it was probably a lot more of a girly audience. Also, adding to this, a lot of them had a lot of pink.
I think at best, like the male equivalent would have been like for like Action Man, like
Yeah.
Jetpack
Marvel.
Joyride.
I think my I think someone on my questionnaire even has talked about how they used to play like a Mario dress-up game.
Marvel.
Like Marvel, yeah, I think there was a couple of Marvel ones. There's like, but I feel like there was an outstanding amount of girl ones because there was Monster High ones, there was Barbie ones, My Little Pony. you know, all the kind of big brands for
I'm
girls.
speaking in like the present time now. Blue as well.
Yeah, I think I've seen the blue one actually while I was researching. I was like, interesting. So carrying on, we have like 2 questions left, so we're nearly there, folks. So looking and thinking about how I've described this genre of game, how do you feel that it should be controlled? So I have 2 options, and if you have any more, you can just add on yourself. So we have point and click clothes to appear on the character, and we have drag and drop clothes onto the character to snap points, for example. So we'll start with Cassius. How do you feel that these games should be controlled? And if you have another option, obviously let us know.
Yeah, I think like the kind of the general controls of most of like the drag and and point and click are good. I didn't play any specific ones, so I don't know any specific like good controls.
Yeah.
But one thing I think should happen, kind of related to controls, is a bit more depth in the customization.
Yes.
So you've got like a few presets, and then you can like edit certain points of them, maybe make certain like points of them wider or shorter. Or
Okay, so you
change
like
certain things
change
about
the fit of the clothes, for
Yeah.
example. Okay, no, I
Yeah.
really like that. That's a really cool idea. Like of a system that could be implemented.
yeah, something just to make it a bit more customizable to the user.
Yeah, no, I really like that. We'll go with Josh.
Just
Drag and drop. Okay, Dylan.
I'll add like a bit of speed of that.
Okay, yeah.
So it's like a mixture, so like basically it's point click with the character moves that has an animation towards grabbing clothes. Obviously not grabbing the example, just like animation for it.
Yeah, so it just looks like for example, they could be stood in like a shop or like in a wardrobe, and they like go to like a clothes hanger and then grab
I
it.
was going to say something else as well, like, you know, like put them in menu where the characters use them. It could be like that, you know, it could be like a wardrobe and you go through and set clothes on a hanger.
Yeah.
So it shows different clothes on hangers,
That's cool.
stuff like that.
Just to give it that sense of
Yeah.
immersion, I feel.
Because I think you've talked to me before about Movie Star Planet was like a shop where you
Yes,
walked in.
Movie Star Planet. Yeah, their kind of clothing system very much, as Cassius was saying, with you know going into a shop and trying it on. They very much leaned into that, obviously, because it fit their context of the game.
But I think it was done really well as well.
It was done really well, and obviously that was a really popular game for young girls in the kind of mid 2010s. Holly.
I think if we're speaking more towards like a flash game that's into like younger, like
Yeah.
6, 7, I wouldn't think too much detail.
Yeah.
Too much because it could open many more of them. And I like drag and drop. I don't.
Yeah.
But I think if you clicked on the outfit and then a curtain would come.
Oh, like pulled around and
Yeah,
then
then
opened
come back up,
again.
yeah. I think
That's like the Sims.
It's sort of like a sim when it jumps up and spins around.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
In some of the earlier ones, they have like a little like booth that'd go around
Yeah,
them and they'd
oh,
change.
That used to happen on the oh my god, you know that's my mail for
The
character creator.
PS2.
I was gonna say the Xbox character creator.
Yes.
The Xbox accounts.
Oh my god, I didn't even think of that one. Oh my god.
Because your curtain used to come around for that.
Yeah.
And you can give yourself little funny animations in one for each character. That's what
Okay.
I could do. It's
Okay.
just- It's a nostalgia really.
That's cool.
Knees.
Hmm?
Knees didn't. That was only just custom characters then.
People did actually mention these on the questionnaire when I talked about character creations, because it is a character creator.
That's actually another character. That's Metopia.
Utopia, yeah, to be fair, because that one really got updated in the Switch version. So kind of a mixed bag with that one. I do think personally, if we're asking for my opinion, I do prefer drag and drop because it just gives it that like immersion of like, oh, I want you to wear this and like putting it on the character. But I do feel like some of the ideas that you guys have brought up there are really cool, really interesting. I know you haven't played them, but looking at the photos I've sent, obviously I'll put the photos there as well so you can see them. What elements of those games do you quite enjoy? Like for example, like the UI, it could be the art style. I hope I'm not got my arm in the
I like
shoulder.
the art style of that. I think it's the third to the last one, or the second to last one.
Which one?
That one.
That one, yeah.
That one's got a nice art style.
That one's very much like Pit Crew in the fact that it's a more kind of, I'm not going to say mature, but it's a more kind of thought out, high production
Serious.
value, kind of serious
Takes itself
attempt
seriously.
at it. So what other elements do people like? So you like the art style, the more kind of serious art style. Any UI elements that anyone likes?
choice of clothing is
Okay, so you want like a large choice of assets.
Yes, the next one.
Okay.
I like the UI of that one. It
Okay.
actually shows the outlet, the full outfit.
Yeah.
But I don't like the choices how it only gets you to wear that outfit specifically. It doesn't give you like
Yeah.
interchangeable options between them.
No, I get you. Okay. Any aspects of those games that you don't like? Just looking at them.
Some of the art styles are a bit annoying.
Yeah, like the match of colours.
Yeah.
And again, these were made like.
These were made to fit obviously the brands, because a lot of the brands had a pre-established illustrative art style.
I'm guessing a lot of them were made quite a few years ago. So.
Yeah, I think
This was
the
considered-
latest one on there, apart from the high production value one, was like 2016.
I think back then it would have been more like good art, I guess, but now it's considered good.
Well,
I guess that's the right word.
it would have been passable and
Yeah.
then less passable.
I think another thing about it is this purple one
Yeah.
is kind of, it looks a bit more like a mash of buttons. Everything's quite close together and quite
Yeah.
crammed. So it might be hard if you're trying to, like, if you're on a small phone screen or something, trying to select an individual
Yeah,
thing.
I get you. So you prefer kind of a UI like number 1, for example, where it's
Yeah.
all nice and stretched out, you can see everything.
Yeah.
There's a lot of different menus. Okay.
Yeah, it's a lot easier to kind of access on a smaller device or smaller screen.
Okay,
If you're
cool.
on an iPad, you're kind of screwed over, aren't you? Because you don't know how small iPhones were back then. Stuff like that, just phones in general.
Yeah.
Just
They
small,
didn't have
choppable
iPad
things.
kids back then. But no, thank you all so much for taking part. Again, obviously, because I had to redo this. Thank you for your time. I have been checking, it has been recording. So,
There's a recorded
Um,
sound.
and I hope you all have a great day. So thank you all very much.
Thank you.
Remember to move.